picked up my buddies in Boston. We're heading to another location. This is another Fran fave. And they like it too. Alright, yeah, I bet you're gonna like where we go. Another reason I like making a trip back to these places to bring the dogs is because I drive a little bit, get to drink my coffee, get some of my nicotine in me, and this seems to be when I have clarity, or at least I've put down my phone long enough to have a original thought, if that makes sense. I don't know what it is, but I feel like this little drive to a peaceful place, my body just gets into a rhythm, and I'm able to think rationally, which is hard for me. But I think the more I record where this is going, it's probably more of a documentary about someone who lost a dog and is going through the heartbreak of it, and perhaps able to help other people go through it. I've been through it. This is my third time, and each time I think I learned something a little bit more about myself and a little bit more about how to cope with the loss of that source of comfort that was constant for, at this point, it's been 30 years that I've had a dog. And this is waking up the day after Franny was gone. That was hard. I couldn't talk about it. Like, for me to even talk about it right now, I'm doing pretty good. It hasn't been that long, but when you wake up and you're ready to jump in the car and go grab a coffee, and your little co-pilot isn't coming, it feels very strange. And we go through, from that day, it's absolutely the worst day you're going to go through. But each day gets a little easier, and then it just kind of plateaus where you have that nostalgia that sits. But like yesterday, bringing her stuff to the shelter felt good, because of course you can't throw it away. It has her essence in it, or whatever you want to call that. But walking past the dog beds that you don't want to pick up, you'll do it when you're ready. But that's a stage that I went through. I don't know. I say just leave them for a little while, then pick them up and bring them to the shelter. If you can't look at them anymore. If you want to have a few keepsakes, I kept her collar. I'm sure I'll find something somewhere. And that's the other thing, is when they're gone, these little reminders are going to pop up, and they seem so relevant to the moment. You wonder if that's Those are the good moments. But we go through stages, and I think this is going to sort of map out how to get out of that heartbreak. If you could have a superpower, you could pick whatever the superpower was. Some people might say, oh, I'd like to fly, or I'd like to be invisible, or I'd like to be the strongest man in the world. I always just wanted to be able to heal sadness. Not sure where that comes from. But I know I'm not the only one, and I see a lot of my friends, family, but mostly just people posted on social media that they're really sad. About whatever it is that they're going through. I don't think I'm alone, but this burden of the loss of a dog, I think, is personal to anyone that has lost a dog. They know it's one of those things, man. You can't really prepare for it. I tried. I almost thought at one point that I needed to just totally detach myself from Frankie. I've done that 1,000 times with people. Oop. Switch. I can do that with humans. But, no, I couldn't do that to her. So I went the other way. So maybe these drives are the only time I'm not staring at my phone and take the time to go through thoughts of how to maneuver through this hard time. I don't know what you might be going through, but I feel like we're all in the same boat, and I almost feel like that moment you graduate and you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, and you have to pick a direction. It's like we did maybe, and it didn't work out, but we're in a day and age where it seems it's going to be a reset. Like we can have a do-over. When you hit the ball and you couldn't tell if it was foul, if it was fair, your friends would be arguing. That was in. No, that was out. Do-over. Maybe it was in, maybe it was out. Let's just have a do-over. Stop arguing and have some fun. Do-over. We're going to a bird sanctuary. I like to climb on the top of this hill and just, I don't know, I guess ground myself or center as much as I can in my sounds and sensations, smells. There's always like a pungent flower. Pungent's the word. Strong smelling flower. To go, and maybe that is one of my ways of Stay tuned. I am by far healed. Broken heart. But done a lot of thinking. Might be time to pivot. 51 May 30th. I got some awesome dogs around me to back me up on the hard days. I'm lucky because when you do lose a dog, I bet you miss having any kind of interaction. I'm able to, these guys are my buddies. Yeah, they helped me through it. Maybe it's another point, another way to manage your way through this pain. Just trying to get yourself around some doggos. Go to places where you have good memories of your dog enjoying themselves. For the little messages that they send, little signs that only you will understand. So you can't go explaining it to your friends about it because it sounds ridiculous. I'm not afraid to be ridiculous. It's fine. But maybe it helps somebody. That is, when I start saying a lot, that means I'm gonna hit the pause. I think I got out what I wanted to say. But I appreciate you all coming along for this. I don't know where it's going. I might call it attention span, just because if you're still here, I'm sure it wasn't easy. Have a great day if I don't talk to you again. Actually, I'm going to take you a little spin around the bird sanctuary. I should have charged my gimbal, but I didn't. So it's just going to be the good old-fashioned arm selfies.